Hey guys, StinaRose here, and welcome back to another episode from the world of Otium. As you can see, we are here in Talonwood, and I'd like to get a little bit more work done on these trees today. They're just sitting here waiting for me to build them up. So let's get to it. I've got a whole inventory full of spruce, and let's see if we can get these trees built up a little bit and get going on our tree village. All right, let's get started. I think we'll start, we worked on that tree and that tree last time. So let's come over here and work on this one and get this one built up a little bit. I have been extremely busy the last few days working on my builds on the Wells Night Patreon server. If you've noticed, there's been quite a few of those videos that have come out over the last week. It's really exciting to start a new server, but it's also a lot of work. Been spending most of my time resource gathering, trying to get my beginning armor, trying to get things set up in a way that I can move forward and build, but it all takes time. It takes time to find the resources that you need to even build your beginning houses and your starting farms, and that's what I've been working on mostly. So I am kind of ashamed to say that I've been neglecting Otium quite a bit, which is sad considering I'm new to this server and haven't really had a chance to make my mark here yet. We are going to start remedying that today, though. If you remember, we are making a tree village here in Talonwood, which is our tree village. As you can see, our plot for our tree village is very close to the main tree here. Just look at this thing. It's amazing. Look how huge it is. And you can see another tree village right over there in the distance that Brownie's making. You can see a tree farm over here, and over that way is Nerd's tree. So we've got a really nice spot, and I'm excited to see how this is all going to develop as we work together to build up Talonwood. And I hope that you're excited too, because I really think it's going to be a neat idea, a neat way to see things come together. Lots of log placing here. We're just going to go around and around for a while. So instead of boring you with me just talking and placing logs and you getting dizzy, I think I'm going to finish this path, and then we'll cut to a time lapse as I build up the rest of these trees. So let me get this done, and I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, we are back, and as you saw, we were able to build the rest of these trees that I have here in my area. So we've got them up to, well, this is not as tall as they're going to be in the end, but it's a good start. However, we're not done for today. I have other things that I want to accomplish. So I don't like how the trees, here, let's change the mode here. I don't like how the trees come just straight down like this. It doesn't really feel natural to me. Of course, that piece of Ponzel there definitely doesn't look right. One thing I really like about the big tree over here is the way that they have the roots that come down and into the ground. And I'd like to add a little bit of that into our trees here around the area. I think that it would make them look more established. I think it would make them look better. And add some nice contours to the landscape here. Right now it's kind of boring. You know, you've got trees coming straight down into the ground, and honestly that's boring. It really is. So let's get started, and don't need rockets, we need logs. And let's try to add a little bit of curves and contours here to the bottom to make it look like it's more established into the ground. Now, killed some skeletons over here, so let's collect this XP and get going. Do I have shears with me? Because that might be a really good thing to grab those ferns. Yes, I do. Let's grab those ferns. Let's grab a little bit more of that. We're going to want the ferns later for giving the area a little bit more life, so I don't want to lose them, but they're a little bit in the way at the moment, so we'll just get them out of the way. We can always put them back if we so desire. Put them back where we want them. Okay. Let's put this away. I think I'll hold on to the shears just in case I find that I need them. Alright. I think we'll start by just adding another layer around the whole base of this tree. Thicken it out a little bit, make it look a little bit more substantial here at the bottom. I am going to tell you right now that this is my first go at any kind of custom tree. So if I fail miserably, we're just going to take this as a learning experience, and we are going to learn from it and go from there, because honestly I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning, and that's the fun of Minecraft. Trying new things, figuring out new, I don't think that one goes that direction, figuring out new ways of doing things, and seeing where it takes you, because Minecraft is all about trying out stuff that you've never tried out before. I mean, life would be really boring if everyone did the same exact style of building in Minecraft. Well, that's where you get inspiration, by seeing what other people are building and trying to maybe duplicate it yourself, or try something slightly different. It's a lot of fun. What's that look? We need a little bit more right there. Maybe something right there. And a little something right there. How's that? Okay, so I think here I need to bring this up further. Bring this one up as well. And then bring this one up. Let's see how that looks. Now that's a little bit better. A little bit better. Okay, so as you can see already, this is starting to get a little bit of interest in it. Much better than this plain bland one over here. This one has a little bit of interest. And I'm going to go and I'm going to start working on this around the rest of these trees. And I'll come back in just a little while. Okay guys, we are back. And as you can see, I've gotten quite a bit of work done on these trees. Let me just take you around and show you what I've done. So as you can see, I added a lot more to the bases of each of the trees, giving them a little bit more shape, making them less straight at the bottom, you know, causing roots. I really enjoyed making the roots of these trees. Like I said earlier, this is the first time that I've tried my hand at making custom trees, and so it was fun to see what worked and what didn't. Many things I had to pull out almost as soon as I made them and start over again. And I'm not saying that I'm completely done, because I probably will be changing a lot of this as I add more texture variation to the ground and make this area a little bit more interesting. But this is what we have so far. Each of the trees now has the base finished, for the most part, up a good distance, so that maybe next time we would be able to get started building some of the walkways and houses on these. And I'm really excited to get started on that, to see how it comes together. The different walkways will be at, the way I'm imagining it, they're going to be at different levels, connected by bridges, spanning over top of this area, which I would like to do some more terraforming in. Maybe add a little pond or some kind of a water feature. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. Of course, this torch spam has got to go. This looks terrible. So I will be adding some more hidden lighting as I work on the terraforming of this. I'm actually quite pleased overall with what we've come up with here. The root structures. This root structure here is one of my favorites, because this tree is kind of perched on the edge of a cliff. I caused the roots to climb down the cliff to anchor themselves into the ground, and I thought that was kind of a cool thing. Now, once we get past this variation, width variation in the bottom, it goes straight up. So that will be changed up a bit too as we add the walkways and things like that. Will cause more shape to be put into the trunks of the trees. Right now it's very much a blank canvas to work with. So all 5 trees are finished. You've got the one back over here as well. I also added in, you might have noticed, I should say, that my bed is gone. My bed and my chest that were right here and have been right here since I started the project are no longer here, because I wanted to make this area available to work on the terraforming, and I couldn't do that with my bed and my chests and everything else there. So I cut out a little area here under this tree to work as a little bedroom and a chest area, so that I can store some things as I'm working. Of course, this will not be open to the sky for long. We'll be putting things up there and causing it to be finished out. But right now it's just a big cylinder up to the sky. Don't worry, we'll get there, one step at a time. So here's that last tree that we accomplished today. I am really, really excited for what's going on here in Talonwood. It's fun to look at the other Otium members and see what they're doing. Wallace and Nerd. We've got all the people who are working on the big tree, and I know if I start naming off people, I'm going to forget some names, so I probably should stop naming off people. I'm extremely new to this server. I haven't had much of an opportunity to work with anyone yet. I am looking forward to doing some collab work with these wonderful folks. I am not sure when that's going to happen. We are in the middle of summer here, which means busy times, vacation schedules. In fact, I'm scheduled here to leave tomorrow to go take my son fishing with his grandfather. So that should be a fun thing to do. But it does make it hard to get together with other people, especially when I've been so busy on the Wells Night server doing videos there. But I am excited to see what's going to happen here in Otium and to see these projects get finished and see what people are doing. If you haven't been watching the other Otium members, I really encourage you to do so. In the description below, you can find links to all of their channels. And I do encourage you, go over there, see what they're doing, see the wonderful builds that they're making. There's some really great people here on this server. Well, folks, I think that that's it for me today. So, you know what to do. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I do want to hear from you. Like I've said in my other videos, I want this to be a conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your suggestions. Some of you are much better at building custom trees than I am. Give me some hints. Give me some ideas of things that work for you. Some of you have done projects like this before, and I'd like to hear what things you did that worked and maybe things that you did that didn't work. I have so much to learn, and I'm willing to hear from you and get ideas from you and try new things. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.